Brownface asked, "Ah, come on Alpha, can't Tree Shredder be on the bow with us? He is much better than Runt."
Oh, is that what you want, BF? I forgot to ask you what our plan should be, didn't I? We will get to the other side of the lake as wolves, so it doesn't take us forever to walk. You two holding bows will shift first, so that the bows can be attached to our form. The others can run without the bows on our backs. I can't wait until we can learn the ritual to meld clothes and weapons into our forms. It makes life so much easier.
On the material realm, we met with those of our tribe for a few minutes. Those that needed them got bows for the hunt. The older pack members asked, "Ah, you are on your spirit guide quest? That takes me back." They all smiled in nostalgia. Be careful of those spirits. Remember, they hurt a lot more than you might realize. Protect yourselves and each other. A defense to survive to the second hit is more important than making that first hit a powerful one. The whole tribe was a part of the wolves, and none of us were skittish around the animal forms. BF got unstrung, old-fashioned bows, and had them laid on top of us. With the bows unstrung, the string wrapped around the wolf a couple of times, then tied in a loose not to be untied, and strung when used. Fox already had a bow and quiver bonded to him so that it would meld into his body in other forms, which was filled with 10 arrows to be shared that disappeared into his skin so that it could not come free. It only took a tiny amount of spiritual energy to call the item out of his body. Only natural things could be melded into the skin, no plastic or unnatural stuff, unless it is magical and designed to. As the ritual is prepared, any unclean parts of items would be rejected. Even a small part to be plastic would be against Gaia's magical restraint. After being prepared to get moving, we left and made our way out. We jogged lightly as wolves to the lake. The wind rushing through our fur was so much more exhilarating than running with all of our weight on 2 legs. Lightly panting, we made it to the lake. Looking around for anything strange, such as someone looking around that wasn't one of us or something else that didn't seem out of place. Seeing none of that, we broke through the mist to bring us into the spirit's home realm. Following the lake one way, we made it to the river that fed out of the area. It was not wide enough for most humans to be able to jump, but as we've been over enough, wolves have athletic things a little easier than humans. We cleared the 5 yards of a river with a running jump without so much as breaking our stride. On the other side, where there was some representation of some trees in the area, we stopped and continued panting. Well, I continued panting. We all sniffed the air trying to get the scent of some bird that was going after the badgers, but we didn't get anything. Birds don't exactly have a regular smell of territory, and less so in the spiritual realm. They don't eat or drink regular food, just other spirits, which doesn't bring the need for number 1 or 2. Slowly, we shifted with a muscle spasm or 3 back into our human forms. First Fox shifted to pull off the 2 bows, and the other 2 shifted to string them. Monkey Feet and Tree Shredder just stayed in wolf form. The spirit world is not a place of night and day, unless an area is designed as such, so there are few ways to stalk or hunt prey. You could sometimes hide behind structures, but spirits have great eyesight representing the spirits that they are meant to be as well, so sneaking up on a bird might be a bit tough, but we'd try. Weaving around quite a few trees, we started to smell more bird in the air than expected. Through the territory, there was the smell. Dogs and wolves know it, but can hardly be described. Birds might seem mostly feathers and beaks, but there are plenty more. Feathers get oily, and birds eat bugs, but others as well. This was just the representation of the bird. Spiritual birds fight with spirits, but don't eat meat or leave bones around near their nests. They just eat the energy, just like werewolves do when we defeat a spirit. The smell was in the air, so we started searching the trees and sky more often than just ahead. A screech ripped through the calm sky.
Jailers!
It was a loud, high-pitched call of, as you guessed it, a bird.
Hate, jailers!
A hawk, a wolf-sized hawk up in a tree, is who we were trying to find. It was brown for the most part with white streaks around its feathers. Its beak was curved at the top, and its claws were sharp, digging into the tree branch where it perched. We were not there to discuss political situations with a spirit that we were there to kill. Werewolves are seen as policemen or jailers by many spirits. It is a mean way to put it, but we weren't about to do something that would change its mind long term. Spirits are meant to be kept on their side of the realm. If they break through, it is the job of us werewolves and others like us to force them back to their home realm. If a bird spirit got into the material realm, it would be the equivalent of a pigeon overload, or in this case hawk overload, diving in and attacking all pigeons in the middle of a city. Mass human freakouts, although hilarious, would be a great disruption to most lives. From what the Alpha has told them, from what he has heard, it used to happen in the old days. Disease used to have very strong spirits that would break out in different territories and ruin many thousands of lives. These days, with the concentration of humans, it would probably be more like millions. Anyway, back to the murder of an innocent bird spirit living its life. The hawk saw us stop when we were caught and watched us like itself. It was a large hawk, and it partially bent the tree it was perched on, watching us, and partially waiting. Fox sent out a sort of hand gesture for MF and TS to walk out a little way and stay quiet, but try to walk around in a large arc trying to flank the spirit. A loud cry from the bird.
Jailer, hunt, am in home, no rule break.
Fox drew its attention a bit, calling back.
No rule break. Needed find.
The bird screeched back, asking why. Fox tried to form words it might understand.
Badger angry. We need badger nice.
Badger hunt?
Maybe. We hunt for badger. It make us.
I fly, no hunt.
You fly away?
Hawk called back.
No.
But in an almost human tone that was hard to catch, spirits are easy to lie, manipulate, or even be scary. The sarcasm left its mouth as though it was a child saying it wasn't tired while yawning. Fox wanted to try to convince it, but it found a territory, and most, if not all, spirits are territorial. It would be back shortly if we didn't disperse its energy back into the spiritual realm and Gaia. Fox called out.
Accept.
The bird hopped over to another side of the branch to see Fox, and it also saw me around the same tree, at least part of me. It looked over and saw the two other wolves trying to be sneaky, but as a hawk, no chance could we try to be as sneaky as it was at seeing us. We weren't backing away. We were trying to go around it. It screeched again and tried to fly upward.
Home! Home!
It took off, leaping a short bit into the air, diving after TS. Its speed through the air was impressive, but could still be seen. An arrow flew from Fox's bow and glanced off the bird's wing, scoring a blow, but didn't stop it. It called out in its dive, going right after the wolf it saw between the trees. Tree Shredder didn't expect to be attacked as he still was trying to be sneaky between the trees, but he saw it right before it. He jumped forward to get behind the next one he was about to hide behind, but scored a claw against his rump, taking a little chunk out of his trunk. In the adrenaline and embarrassment, TS didn't call out, but kept running to hide behind the tree. He would wolf the pain, and it would heal. The hawk took to the sky again and perched on another tree.